Niche marketing.
Niche marketing.
Keep picking up the phone. I hated that. You want to make parties
Marketing.
and exactly. I think sometimes you don't try it because you don't want to be judged.
Yo, hello everybody and welcome to the Art of Affiliate Management here from the European Summit from Cascais. Today with Valeria Pagano. Is it still okay to touch your shoulder nowadays?
It's okay.
I asked before. And she is a dating industry veteran with 8 years of experience, and we have the topic female affiliate manager in the industry and their challenges. I have no idea why you reached out to a person like me to speak about this topic, but we will find that out in the next 20-30 minutes. And also special greetings to Offervault, the sponsor of this episode. If you're an affiliate and you want to have an overview about offers on the market for a certain vertical in a certain market in a geo, check out the page. Fantastic stuff there. Also fantastic team if you're an advertiser and you want to list your stuff there. So, okay, let's start with it. 8 years in the industry, top female affiliate manager. More from you to say. Please introduce yourself.
So I started in 2016 by absolutely any casualty. It was like an advertising there, that job. I was looking for a job. And it was like a strange advertising. You want to work on the marketing, you want to make parties.
Marketing.
And exactly. You want to make parties. Are you down with parties? Like, what is that? And then I applied and they just called me. I was like, oh yeah, just invited to an interview. To this interview, I was like dressed like, like an Italian normally is. And then came...
The interview was in Italy?
No, it was in Germany.
You were already living there?
Huh?
You were already living there?
Yes, absolutely. And
we cannot make a name dropping of the company because the, Masters in Cash is paying my salary. Even though it's not sponsoring this episode.
I'm not spending, yeah, absolutely. So this guy, I'm not making names, so huge, full of schools, came inside. And he was like, the interview was really like this, like, you like party? I was like, yeah. So you like having fun? It's like, yes, you're hired.
So how long it took?
10 minutes. 10 minutes. And from that, I just like, okay, I love the industry. And then, yeah, that's how I started.
One first question, and this is already what I said in the intro. There are quite a lot of female bloggers out there as well.
Yes.
People are making podcasts left and right, and some do it better, some do it worse, some do it 10 times more professional than us here with this little light. But you suggested me to speak with you about this topic.
Yeah.
Why?
I've seen like a development in the last years about the women in affiliate marketing. Myself, I created like a conference, a small conference, Affimil. I just made like the first edition in November last year, because it's something that I would like women to have like a voice more and more in the industry. I've seen a switch. So when I started, there were way less women in the industry, and now it's like I can just easily say it was 50-50 almost, like, and really professional and really. So we started having a voice, and I think like developing this voice is never enough. So and that's why I just say try to use WhatsApp. Okay. Yeah. Just try. Let's try it like having a dialogue with the other part, which is you.
With
You're
the other
representing
part,
the
yeah.
male, and
yeah, but I was never crossing limits. This I have to say.
No, absolutely. Thanks God. Now that's why I just trust you for this topic.
So, what do you think is the reason that 8 years ago it was like 20% or something like this? And I remember this time as well. We went to the industry party and it was always sausage party. Jesus Christ. We were happy when somebody like René Poo or Indermax came with like a few promo girls, that we were not only there with all these other ugly dudes like us, right? Yeah. So what do you think made this change that in the online marketing industry, I'm not only saying about dating, but I attended mainstream shows as well 12 years ago, and there were like barely women.
Yeah.
Why you think there are now, why it's balanced now? What changed?
I think like the explosion of the online marketing makes a difference. So some years ago, online marketing was something like, not known. It was not clear. It was something like kind of criminal. It's like it wasn't like super. We're not criminals. We're actually nice people. But it wasn't clear what was online marketing. So there was the old school marketing, where a lot of women were working already. So communication marketing, and then online marketing was still not sure. A lot of people associated that to porn or like to dating. So women they weren't still like confident about the topics and the industry. But then we started like being confident, actually speak loud, have a voice in the online marketing and affiliate marketing in specific. So I think this is because we gain confidence in the topic, and that's where you see the evolution.
Is it maybe also that back in the day it was like a lot of individual affiliates, and now it's a lot of companies that are like affiliates, so they are sending something like a representative instead of an affiliate going himself?
I agree. Individual affiliates, that's still like a man word. Really, really, a sausage party, as you say, it's a man word. But in the companies, then representatives are mostly female. I mean, some years ago, I heard something that I didn't like for sure. It's like the best sales are men. No, actually, I do not agree with that. So we started like also developing our sales personality. I think as women, I'm not saying female, women are great salespeople because the empathy that sometimes in you guys, sorry for that, but it's lacking. So sometimes, but it's not you, not talking about you. So I think yes, since the company started like to hiring women, then we saw like this amazing development, and also like we're seeing the first single and individual affiliates coming up, so as women, which is different. Like it's not only like media buyer or traffic buying, but also like bloggers. I see that also like in dating, the individual affiliates, female, are coming slowly up.
I mean, what you said that men, or that somebody told you men are better sales guys or so, I also think it's like a total bullshit.
Yeah.
It's about mindset, and especially in our industry, it's not that we are selling like oil between some corrupt people or so, and it's like really a man's business, and you can only make maybe a business if you're like some really tough guy. I think in all kind of modern industries, no matter what gender you have, so let's say really no matter what gender you have, you can have even some more.
Yeah.
It's not really making a difference.
No, but I think like sales always have been associated with aggressivity. So that's why the people say, yeah, it's a man
Do you
word.
think in our industry it's good to be an aggressive sales?
No, absolutely not.
Why you don't think that for our industry? Because there are industries where it's definitely the case, and it's better to be like that.
Yeah.
Why you think in our industry it's better to have this empathic, soft approach of speaking with affiliates, or let's say also to keep it more general, sell payment solutions or hosting or God knows what?
I think it's because mostly of our contacts and all is built on trust and how is it, relationship. And this is like, you can't be aggressive when you want to build trust and a relationship and confidence. So this is something that's completely the contrary. You can't like push something into trusting you. So this is very important.
Why is in the online marketing industry trust more important than in maybe other verticals?
I don't think it's more important. We see that because we're into the word, but I think it's everywhere. Trust is more important than be aggressive. I mean, I've been a salesperson for 25 years. I don't look like, but yes, 25 years. And I've been like this kind of cold call sales person. I hated that because...
What you were selling?
I was selling software solutions, for example, was one of my first one. So really like e-commerce, because amongst everything, I was one of the first e-commerce manager in not Deutschland, in northern Germany, really. in an Italian. Can you imagine that? And but I was selling.
But your
like
German
software.
is really on point.
Thank you. But yes, I was selling software and I was doing cold call, B2B cold call. So just, keep picking up the phone. I hated that. It was like something. And
It's a good school.
It's a good school, but you learn that without contact, without like relationship, it doesn't bring you there. Like even like if you have to make cold calls, you have to do your homework, create something, follow up. I was reading one of your article about the follow up. It was amazing. You were making, I swear, like you're not bullshitting, and that's not showing me that. I was really reading that, and I was like, you are so right. If you don't do the follow up, it's like as bad as not contacting the affiliate at all.
Yeah, it's also with me sometimes the case. I mean, we are having a little bit of traffic that we send somewhere else.
Yeah.
And you get contacted also by people. And I reply to everybody.
Yeah.
Even if the guy says like, hello, how are you? What I hate, absolutely. I always write, okay, how can I assist you? And then you find out. And if they are telling me like 1-2 times, come on, you are sitting on some email traffic, send this over to us and so on. So yeah, whatever. But if there is a communication, the person sends some reminders. It sounds maybe stupid, but sometimes I feel like guilty to give something at least back for the hard work that this guy is putting. I'm not saying about something like copy and paste messages, like really an interest, honest interest into working with us.
Yeah. About the relationship, the honesty, I'm super keen of that. I mean, they're a value that we should never forget. Like being honest. I mean, for example, where people sometimes they contact me and they try to put like some work in contacting me. I am super honest. If I don't see, for example, they want to send me traffic, but I don't see like the potential, I'm super straightforward. And I say, sorry, I'm not just not onboarding you because you're wasting your precious traffic and I waste my precious time. So let's be like honest to each other. I think sometimes this is sometimes better than taking in and just throwing the work away. But always like give an answer.
I mean, this is now very generic already about affiliate management. Again, it's also the core of the channel, but coming back to the original topic for the female affiliate managers. Your topic that you are having is not white hat e-commerce. Let's call it like this. No. What is your thing? What are you selling? And I have a question for this more.
So technically, it's niche marketing.
Niche marketing. Okay. The niche marketing includes also, in your cases, branding is very important, that you speak on panels. You do that since years as well. And now in the last 2 years or 1.5 years, you do that even more than before.
Yeah.
The topics that you are speaking about are extremely explicit.
Yeah.
So you are not speaking about online dating with matchmaking. It's really dirty German style niche dating.
Yes, it's true.
So whatever comes in the toilet comes also into the billing, let's say.
They pay my salary.
They pay the salary. So how you feel when you are going to stay on stage? And I could ask you this question also if you would be like a dude.
Yeah.
I asked this question also to a dude, to Roland, but he was already in one of my podcasts, so I didn't say. So how you feel about speaking on that, like public? Was it in the beginning hard for you? You always considered it as a business? What are your emotions when you sit there and you say like, yeah, okay, we made here this money with this guy that likes like amputee grandmas with 200 kilos that vomit on his face. So when you speak up, true story, it's really going in this direction. How you feel about it when you speak about topics? Was it hard for you in the beginning? Was it never hard?
It was never hard. I love the industry. I love what I do because.
And you love 200 kilo grandmas that vomit with one arm.
There are some days that are harder than that, but I love to speak because about that because we just started to like as women. I'm okay. Like you can just ask a dude as well. but it's like a game. It's like a fantasy. We are selling a kind of dirty fantasy, but still a fantasy. Everybody has his kink, right? As long as it's not killing anybody, which happened. This is like also not too much us, but yeah, in the past.
Yeah, we had it in Germany.
Exactly, it was in Germany. It was in Germany, but it's another thing. So as long as it's a fantasy, it's healthy. So everybody has that. There are like so crazy shit around, but I think sometimes
Now
it's
I'm
like
getting hungry. You want some M&Ms?
they're brown.
Yeah, come on, I get you a brown one.
Please give me one brown
this
one.
one is not sponsored now from Offerworld anymore. It's now sponsored by M&Ms.
M&Ms.
Actually, there are no brown ones.
Yeah.
I think the fetishists already ate them.
Yeah, could be actually. It wasn't me, by the way. It was Roland.
Also the yellow ones. Okay.
The yellow ones, but one day you will understand, guys. But it's fun. It's really fun. I love that because it's something that you can think talking so openly about this topic like some years ago. Now it's like every day. So it means it's something healthy going on in this world. So the dating and fetish and the niches are going openly in the world, and people are not so shocked as 3 years ago.
Okay, so you don't have a problem to speak about this on stage. How was it for you when you were speaking the first time at all? It doesn't matter what topic it was in your first speeches. Was it hard for you to start your, let's say, speaker career, or you always felt it like natural, that it goes easy for you?
No. It was at the beginning. I remember my first panel. It was with Tess in Cities, and I was moderating the panel. And there was Sean from Revolution Force. When I met them.
Oh, it's for sure not easy to have him on the panel. Good for the knowledge,
but
he's a character.
He is a character, but he liked me, thanks God. So I was terrified, but he let me know it was everything at ease. I was having panic attacks. I mean, the first, I think.
You drink before?
No, never.
No
way.
You never drink at all?
What do you mean? Before
alcohol in general, you don't drink, or you drink?
We were drinking together yesterday evening, by the way.
Maybe it was alcohol free.
No, there is nothing alcohol free here. No. Before when I work.
Of course, you got me a whiskey cola.
Exactly.
Actually, and this again shows the emancipation.
Yeah.
I took dancing lessons yesterday. She was showing me how to turn around the girl, so I was making a pirouette. After this, we go to the bar. The open bar is closed, and you buy me a drink.
Yes, of course. Because I'm a dominant
ass
one.
is still hurting from your strap-on action later on.
That's not true, guys. Really.
That's not true. It's not hurting, or what do you mean? No, just joking.
It was a soft one.
It was a soft one, yeah.
No, but I was terrified. I think like the first five panels, I was terrified. And amongst my first 5 panels, I was in New York. You know, the affiliate summit, I think it was in New York, and there were like 700 people before me, like watching me, and it was like completely white. And then I started talking. It was like amazing. Just 2 minutes before.
Once you start and you are on stage, it's super easy.
Yeah.
I mean, now in the meantime, I don't really have a problem anymore, but there was a time when I always needed a drink.
Yeah.
Until I was in Dubai 2 years ago. Yeah. And it was Dubai, and I had the first speech at 10 in the morning, so there was no alcohol, nothing.
Yeah.
So I had to do it sober, and I realized it's bullshit. If I have 2 beers before or not, it's going in the same way.
Yeah. And you know, that's at the end of the day, you know your shit. So they don't know that. You can say whatever you want.
We are again at the.
I know my shit. I know my shit.
So, coming again, circling back, always front and back to this female affiliate manager, ladies in the industry topic.
Yep.
Did you ever had a situation where you were like harassed by somebody? And what was it about?
It happened. It was 5 years ago. And I normally, like, I'm not so a shy person. Somebody harassed me, I just answer straightforward. This guy, he was showing up to my door.
But on a conference?
On a conference, absolutely. And it was like, what are you here? Why are you here? It's like, oh, just, talk.
But it was like drunk in the night from this guy or so?
Yeah, it was drunken night. We were like, in a lobby. I think it was here in Cascais, by the way. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to my room, and this guy just followed me, and just he was in front of my door. I was like, what?
But you knew the person before, like was a business
Yes.
partner also?
No, it's somebody that in an industry, and we were just talking, with 4 or 5 people, and so I don't know. He thought he was allowed to do that. So it was. I felt in that moment I felt uncomfortable, but since I have some personality, I just say go and fuck yourself. Like don't even try or dare to talk to me ever. So for me, like it's better like you take distance, and he never talked to me again.
So you know it's not me because we talk now.
I don't think that this guy is also in the industry anymore, but yeah.
Okay, what you say in general about this industry? I mean, it is one case now in 8 years. Maybe there were like one, two most minor things, but in general, what you think about this industry that we are in?
I think it's the best industry you can just work in, honestly.
Why?
Because it's open. It's like a big family. I mean, like you my third grade, how is it, cousin maybe? Like no, it's really a big family. We know each other since years. We just make community. We talk to each other. We try to work together. Even like sometimes like there's like some competition, but still there's a lot of respect amongst each other. And every time we just see each other in a conference, it's like having friends. I really say this is actually my family. So I think I've been working in e-commerce, and this is not this feeling. This feeling is not existing. There's something cold and distance, and here is like warm. Even like people that come like for the first time here, and I had like today the feedback from people that first test ever, and it was like, oh, this is an amazing community. Like I felt like welcomed, and this is actually something that I really love. And I think we have some space to get better in the industry, but this is something that comes natural. It's not forced.
If somebody, a girl, is watching this now and just started in this industry, what would be like, I don't know how to call it, but like a specific advice to give to a girl starting in this industry? What it would be? What would be the most important advice to give?
Keep an open mind, first of all. Let's be open. It means like, and talk to people, go to people, ask for advice. Because when I started, I was completely lost. And then people like, like you, actually, you were one of my first contacts in the industry. I remember you. You, Sean, Paul from CCB. You remember Paul from CCB?
The one that is running the marathons.
Yes, exactly. So he's still Paul's from CCB. So he left like years ago, but he's still there in my mind. And you guys like show me how it's done, how how to get better, how to learn the job. So if a woman want to start, do it, and you will feel like home from the first minutes. Don't be scared of the shit. I would say that is our current topic. Don't be scared, like that can be a little in mind shady, because I think sometimes you don't try it because you don't want to be judged. This is not a job you say to your mother, hey mom, my products, I don't show my mother products. I'm Italian. I mean, there's like.
I mean, depends who your mother is. If your mother is Julie Larson and you're Akira,
that's also true, actually. That's also true. That's the coolest mom ever. I mean, like, adopt me. If you're just watching, adopt me. But my mother is not, so she's pretty Catholic. So she will find out today, like in the moment it comes out. But we are scared of being judged, right? And don't be afraid. Just jump.
Have you also seen firsthand maybe ladies that made like a mistake and tried to use like their look or their sexuality in a way to get business that you would say it's like stupid, or is this things that you never saw?
Honestly, I never saw that.
I
I
saw
mean,
that. We had it in Phoenix for it. The
y-
girl got even fired.
yeah,
Hmm?
I'm sorry for that. I mean, it's human, right? So it can be also like men doing the same, like trying to. We have some cases, I think, like from both genders. I would say from me, female and male as well, using like the power or like
Yeah,
the
but the power industry had recently quite a scandal. Huh?
yeah, absolutely. But let's. I mean,
But the good thing is that all these people are getting cancelled.
exactly.
So
So we
I'm not
don't
a fan
accept
of
this
cancel
shit.
culture for everything. Somebody's making like a joke about Native Americans get cancelled about genders, they lose their sponsor contract or something. It's all bullshit. But all this kind of stuff where somebody's really like hurt and injured and not somebody's like a snowflake, it's really like bad. And I can also tell you what happened there, even when you are like the center of the show.
Yeah.
But this girl practically was working for a company selling traffic back then to the company I was working for and in
Yeah.
charge of a lot of things. And she wanted to have the account because it was like a big account.
Yeah.
And she practically offered me sex in return to that I say I want to have her as the account manager and not the other guy. And
Okay. And you fired her.
I could not fire her. It was not my
Ah,
worker.
okay.
But the problem was that I felt like very uncomfortable with this because I don't think you should mix this thing. Not if you are a man
No.
or a woman. I mean, if let's say you have sex with somebody that is your business partner and it happens or whatever, it's for sure not the smartest thing, but it should not affect the business in the end of the day. So, but in this case, it was not that she said, "I like you, Stefan. You are so nice and whatever." No. She really said like, we can have something going on if you move the account to us. I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling comfortable with this, and she gets like frustrated and she drinks and drinks and drinks, and I'm sitting there and she sits on my lap and she's bitching on her company and her boss,
Yeah.
and screams around like this, and her boss is coming and saying like, hey, you are drunk, maybe you go home.
Yeah.
And she's saying like, yeah, you're an idiot, you have no idea. And she said, you come with me, baby, or something like this. Yeah, it's
Whoa.
also some years ago. But it was she got fired after this, but I can totally understand it. I felt like very bad. I didn't feel sexually harassed, and I would have totally go for it if we would not have like this weird situation.
Yeah.
If we just meet in the evening, but that was like absolutely ridiculous.
There's not only like, you were basically an object, right? Or a bridge in that moment.
Yeah, because the point is this: maybe I'm not attractive at all to her, and she just says this because her commission would make her thousands per month or so, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry you had that.
You don't have to be sorry for this. It was not traumatizing me also.
No, but
But
this is nothing.
but we have now this topic that is not the usual stuff that people are discussing in about this industry.
Yeah.
And, I think it's very important that
But
you
it's
brought
not
this
all
topic
about
up.
the industry. I mean, I've been harassed in e-commerce as well. It was like I had a client once, like he started calling me baby doll. I mean, baby doll, me? First of all, like Abdullah, not maybe Chucky, like the killer doll. But the moment he called me like baby doll, I stopped like working with him. Like stats, like I'm not talking to you, I'm not working with you. And it wasn't in this industry, it was like normal e-commerce industry. So it's everywhere. I mean, people that lack of respect is not the only, actually, that here, at least, like, the sexuality is like there on the table. But it's not worse than any other industry. I think it's like a normal a standard, which is changing. The wind is changing. The wind, not the wine.
The wine, the wind.
The wine is changing. The wine is changing, and the wind is changing. So it's not. We don't have to paint this industry worse than others, because it's absolutely. I think it's one of the best industries. At least we are a family.
Do you think it's helpful for to make it more attractive for women to have something like events, women in adult, women in online marketing, or so on, or should it be like so natural that people are working here and they are just mixing and mingling, or you think it's because it's still maybe in the baby shoes that that it's like a healthy mix. That it's still needed to have like separate meetups and so on, where people can speak up, or where girls can speak with each other without any barriers or so.
I mean, I organized a conference just only for women.
Okay.
But no, absolutely. And I had to do that because I see, for example, a lot in a conference that so few women speakers. Like there are sometimes like two women and 20 men. And I do not like that, because women have a voice and have opinion, and they are like, they're hard worker too. And I created that. However, if you create this kind of conferences, you know that the dialogue is cut, because it's not the other part, the counterpart is not there. I'm not a big fan of that. We have to do that in order, to bring up the talent on the table. But on the other side, no, I think like mixed is extremely important, because we have to create a dialogue. And if you just, this is kind of isolation, right? So it's needed, but we should not come to the point that we have to do that over and over again. No, I am a big fan of the dialogue, a big fan of counterpart. We have to hear and let be heard from the other part.
That's it.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah, you know what? We had here also this golden nugget, but where you should share the best advice. I think you already had that in between, but if you want, you can still add the golden nugget, the best advice that we haven't heard 100 times yet. Woman edition, especially for that.
Woman edition, best advice. I was saying in German and I was saying in English because I love that. Trau dich. So trust yourself and do that, and start, and don't be afraid of being judged. And I think like you will love that. You will absolutely love that.
That was the episode, Girls in the Affiliate Management Space, or in the affiliate space, with Valeria. Presented by Offerwald, our great sponsor for this episode. Super fun talking to you.
Yeah,
we covered
likewise.
It all, from fetish to creepy stories to real business points. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Come here.
Yeah.